Welcome back to the channel. Me and Mr. Hunter are getting a semi ready. It's actually Saturday here. We're gonna head out early on Monday morning, going up to Chicago.
Yep.
You been to Chicago in a semi?
Not in a semi, no.
I mean, we're going smack dab right in the middle of Chicago. I bought a couple of old John Deere 350C track loaders. Kind of unique. I think they're low hours. They come out of the forestry program. There's some little plots of land in the middle of Chicago they kind of take care of. But I don't know anything about these machines. There was no phone number to call about them. Only a few pictures to go off of. No information whatsoever. So kind of bought them sight unseen off a couple pictures. How you feel about that? Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. I went up, I think, to the same spot probably 14, 15 years ago and did the same exact thing. So they were all right then. But last time I went up there, Hunter, I was driving a 1984 Mack R model, and I wasn't set up to run out of state, so I was kind of illegally going across the state line.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, we're all legal now. We're gonna take the over. Yeah, no, it just flips down. It's a magnet. We're gonna flip that down because we're not set up to run no noise. Look at that, just like that. All right, we're gonna check a few things out in the truck, get it fueled up, and we'll see you guys Monday morning in Chicago. Must be in Chicago.
We must be.
All right, Monday morning traffic. It's like 7:15 here. We left at 4:20 our time, which is 8:20 our time. Well, yeah. 4:20 our time, which would have been 3:20 their time. Anyway, we are about 12 miles away, it says. So when we get there, we'll bring you guys back in if we ever make it out of the traffic.
It's gonna be a while.
This is why I shouldn't say this, but I like Chicago, but I don't like the traffic. I don't know. We'll get there. This thing was sitting in the weeds. We had to leave a jump pack on another one because the battery or alternator's bad. How'd that go for you?
Wow, wonderful.
We can get this one going.
You know, back it on too, or?
I'm not sure. We might. I don't know how lucky we'll get getting two of them going. .2010 the batteries are put in. Ready, got some throttle. Nothing?
Is that jump back on?
No, that would help. Batteries are absolutely dead. That's a good one there. One more throttle. Let's leave that on. Now you want to back it on too, so we got more weight up towards the front. Get that gravel out of there. Get some of this gravel out of this thing. Dump that. Woo. Alright. Brake stuck?
Not ready to walk anymore.
Push on it? Alright. There you go. Kick it neutral. Just leave your clutch out, it's sticky. That one definitely blew a line. So we brought batteries and oil and fuel filters, all kinds of things. But last time I come here, we couldn't get them going. We had to winch them on. They carried these up here at the forklift. Better off. Well, that wasn't too bad. All right, got them loaded up. We got our 4 corners chained down. We got one over the attachments. Just put a strap over this little dude. Hunter's getting the rocks off. It's about the 8th siren we've heard here in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna get out of here. All right, we got 30,720 on the rear trailer axles. I was a little concerned. My plan was to drive that one forward and set the tree spade up there. Could have got the weight up closer, but since the line blowed, wasn't able to curl the bucket. That's what we did. So, but we're still legal. We can carry 34,000. These little things don't weigh much. You ready?
Yep.
All right, so we're on the west side of Chicago here, and we're actually in a little park. It's like a little 1 or 2 mile square park. I don't know. But they use these little machines in these parks apparently to plant these trees. That's what we're gonna say anyway. So, all right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna kind of drive down through town. It's only 9 o'clock here, and the traffic's kind of bad already. So, go figure. But we're loaded down, ready to go, ain't we? Walk your dog over there. Coming up the stoplight, there's an old R model sitting here. That's what I drove up here 15 years ago. That's awesome. It fit right in, even if I was all illegal. That's pretty cool. That truck's not a new one by no means. Way station, bub. We made it out of Chicago. About time. Looks like the way station's up. The guy just right back the road there. I think he was probably checking his load for you.
That's what I was thinking.
We just ate lunch and checked ours. Chains are all tight.
You don't need to stop.
Just took a picture.
I saw that.
There we got green arrow. Guess we're not going through the scale today. Made it back on one piece. We're tired. Go home. We got some filter numbers. I'm gonna order some filters for those, and then in the morning I'll drag them over to the shop. Maybe we'll plant some trees. You gotta go back to school.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, since those things are leaking oil and everything, Dad's actually here. He's in the truck. We're just gonna back it in the shop, back all the way through, and just unload them right in there, and then we can go through them. Good. Another John Deere key. You on the cabinet get a John Deere key? Yeah. It do. Magical key. You know they gave me 2 keys.
Did they? Where are
My
they?
brother took one. He didn't have a
This
John Deere
unit must be serviced every 100 hours. Huh.
key. Ready? Is that box open? Okay. I'll put it back on.
What a beaut. Pretty sweet. It needs a little grip. Good job, Pigment. Shoot her up. Huh. What's that? That's right. Bub, I think we need to work on them for a couple minutes.
Huh?
I don't know. Yeah.
I got all these levers here.
Oh.
This is number 1, that's number 2. I'm gonna guess that's 3, 4, 5, 6.
Huh. That's crazy. Never saw that one coming. Huh. What a contraption.
So this part swings out so you can drive in and then swing.
Stab. Yeah.
That's a little low for the 350.
Yeah. Picking a big old bulb up in a tree.
Look at that. I'll just keep my foot there.
Okay. Oh, that's weird.
Got so much power.
That's what it was, wasn't it? Huh. Huh.
How you feel about it?
I like it. I don't know what that red thing is on the floor though.
That fluid?
No, that red spot.
Oh, you should have seen all the oil up in Chicago. It literally, as soon as we started buffing, they both blue lines.
That's a cute little winch. We ought to work on that one.
We will. All right, it's actually a few days later here. We're gonna get started, these little boogers. Kevin's actually off today, so me and Mr. Tucker's gonna get working on these things. I think the first thing we're gonna start on this one here. Get some batteries in it. We got new filters from Napa. We got some John Deere filters. Gonna drain all the fluids, all that goodness. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this tree spade off the front of here. Jay did find us a bucket. We found a straight bucket for one of them. We've got some 4-in-1 buckets we may try to modify and make fit. That's probably later on in another video. But I think Mr. Tucker's gonna get rid of the mouse house up here. We got Ford Motorcraft batteries from 2009. It's been a while.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're gonna start with those first and go from there. We got the boom lock there, so it's kind of funny. They took, these are the auxiliary hydraulics like for your 4-in-1 bucket. They used to go right here, and they took them and plumbed them into their tree spade. And they had a little lever there that holds that tree spade thing over, so by the looks of it, we're probably gonna be putting on a lot of hoses because these all look original paint and stuff on them, so it's gonna be a great time. Shall we change oil on Tucker? It says in 1998 it got changed at 300 hours. Next is 400 hours. We have 999 hours on it now. We might need to change that.
Yummy.
I don't want it falling on me. That one sure isn't tight, but
It's inlet, it'll be fine. Look at that. Now you don't smash your fingers getting them out. All right, got a new battery in. I think we're gonna go ahead and rip this whole tree spade off. Undo the lines here and take a whole assembly off. So we've got some kind of blown line under here. When Hunter was driving it, loaded it blue. I think the bucket curl line, so. Tucker, you wanna grab some wrenches like 15/16 and 7/8 and we'll get these busted loose and maybe hook them back up here. Probably need to blow these out. They've been open to the elements. Oh, they did put plugs in down here. Get a crescent wrench too. You got brush in here. Those batteries are from 09, so that means this thing's probably been sitting since 2015 or something, these things. 10 years. Here. That's 7/8 or so. These are all pipe thread. This is old school stuff. Wrong way, you're tightening.
tightening? What?
This one spins.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Pull back towards you. Look at that.
How does that make sense?
This is a swivel over here.
Oh, should we get a pan or something?
No, to help lubricate the pedals.
Okay. Sure.
It's not going to leak too much. We're probably going to be putting new lines on here anyway. Oh, right on the gauges. That's nice.
That's what I was saying. Do not want
I'll get you some plugs for these. Well, we're going to take some plugs out there down there next, so let's swap them out. Got one more over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna spray it.
Alright, then I got a mount over in the hood. So what, 3/4?
It's bigger than that. Maybe not.
It is. What did they use, 9/16 bolts or something? They sure did. Oddball stuff. Got your impact.
I was gonna use the big impact. You think a 3/8 will do that?
They got nuts on it here?
I
They sure do.
You can go through the hood up top.
We can take the grill out here too.
Well, there's.
That's just a radiator cap.
Yeah, but you should.
Don't know if that helped her situation.
Maybe not. You never know.
This thing's been on here for a couple days.
It won't pop off at all.
It's supposed to twist. This thing is not being nice. I don't think it's been out for 50 years. It's gonna be nice now. We're gonna put a little heat into there's a nut back here. Try to get that thing loosened up where we can do something with it. See what that does. Oh, butter. It's amazing what a little heat does.
And a hole in the radiator.
And a hole in the radiator, and burnt lights and horns. Got it. When did that go off there? You got on there.
On my socket.
Put it back on there.
The washer.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah, I see that.
That's good. Old school oddball stuff. All right.
Get it or not?
Yeah, I'll go ahead on the next one. Looks like you're in a bind there, bud.
That's not a good way to get to it. I almost got it. We need to be picked up off the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to go from the inside. It's gonna be hard to do.
You need to tear up my grease fitting hole.
What?
Tried to tell you, Sonny.
Well, it would be easier, or not easier, but it would be.
Got the top pin slid right out. I don't know how these are gonna do.
I'm gonna hold it.
Didn't move?
No.
Try this one.
It's just bouncing back at me. It's hard to hold it.
It fell down a little bit. We may have to raise it up.
got buggers on it.
It's going. Oh. Might want to put that back. I don't think you're supposed to dry fire it, son. Alright, I think I got like an 8X aircraft hammer the guy gave me to use. Last time we used it, we broke the bit. See if it hits harder.
What's a good way to hold it without breaking my hand?
I don't know. It's a hitter. It's going.
I can't feel my hand.
I bet not. Well, those would be nice ears to use on the bucket. All right, this pin is not happy. Thing's been in here for 40 years and it's only got 900 hours on it and they're tight. So I think when he's driving through, he's got a booger on it. Anyway, it's stuck. It won't go through the bushing because it's so tight. Now it's stuck. It won't come back in here. So I like to maybe reuse the pins because they're like new when we put the bucket on. We may cut this ear off right here on the tree spade part. More than likely, somebody's probably going to try to put this on a skid steer or something like this tree spade. So I don't think they're going to put it on a 40-year-old 350C crawler. Do you?
I hope so.
If they do, you can weld it back on. So I think that would be the less invasive issue, wouldn't it? We could oxy-lance it, but more than likely somebody's gonna probably put this tree spade on a skid steer or something that's a little easier on the yards, moving around and stuff. Back in, you know, the early 80s when this was around, this was the only skid steer. There was no skid steer, so this is what everybody used. All right, we'll pick that up a little bit and we'll get our piece of metal and put it under there and cut it off with the torch. Yeah, your car's out of the way, don't you? Yeah. I can be straight up, that's okay. You're doing good. Money cut.
It's a little crooked, but it's alright.
Now,
I think we can just
dry that back with a hammer a little bit and then
grind it up.
grind a booger on it, I guess. That was easy. Yeah, flap wheel, you can kind of bevel that. And
I got that diagram too.
that might be easier. Get that hot piece out of your way. Boom.
Well, that was easy.
All right, we're disconnected. Cool. All right, we got that off. I'm wanting to get the arms up and get the boom lock in it so we can service, check things out, but we got a massive leak over here when we start a while ago to try to wiggle that around. We got to figure out what's blown out and what's leaking and what's going on. It's coming from under here. We'll get the seat out and see what's going on. All right, we're leaking out of here. We got 4 steel lines running in here, and I'm assuming they're probably rubbed into, or one is on a piece of metal. They go to steel and they go to rubber and go up to here. These are the 4-in-1 bucket lines, which we don't have no 4-in-1 bucket. I think we really need to get this thing lifted up and get a prop under it. I'm pretty sure the line that's blowed is for the bucket curl. So we should be able to back this thing up a click and get it raised up here and go from there. Start it up a little bit, it's freaking gushing. What happened? Haha.
I'm sneezing.
Yeah, it's this line back here. Alright. I guess we'll start with that. So we can replace that just with a rubber line here. All right, right there is a little hole, if you guys can see. I think Mr. Tucker, I'm gonna clean this up. He's gonna try to brace this up. These things are real low pressure hydraulics. This is old school stuff. So if we can get that clean enough, he probably can brace that back up and give it some new life. And we'll go from there. Kind of like an old school fix. All right, got her cleaned up. There's a little hole. That takes, we probably need to fill some of these deeper places in too. The bad thing with that, that's right where that battery sits. I think battery acids went down in there and rusted out over the years. We could make this in a rubber hose too. You want a braze, don't you?
I don't care.
Okay.
We don't have to get new fittings and make it.
Yep.
We can just put
Farmer fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be really thin right there, so you probably have to concentrate your heat on your rod a little bit.
Well, you kind of want to heat it up and then you just drop the rod into it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to melt your rod off in there and let it go in.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of difficult to do.
Get some meat around the edge of the hole first.
Melt off.
Wherever you want to go. It don't matter to me. Where you want to go, Tucker?
I'm not driving.
He's my twin today.
Twin?
Yeah, I like we got.
Kevin's gone, it's Friday, so we're going out to lunch. Randy, got any more outhouse stories for us? Where you stash your PBR? We had a lot of requests for more outhouse stories.
Well,
Randy's been over standing on the dozer.
they're secret.
Secret, top secret, we can't say. Meanwhile, Tucker's over here burning more holes in the tube.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Penetration.
We'll put it in
You can't get it any hotter. It won't. You get it any hotter, it's just gonna burn a hole.
I think you got it. Is there a little hole right there or
I
not?
don't know what that is.
It's tricky doing that thin stuff, isn't it?
We'll put it in the sink and air test it, and then if it looks good, we'll put some paint on it. Yeah, we'll put water in there and air test it.
I need a smaller rod.
You got her.
It's fine though.
Apparently we got some soap bubbles in the sink. Go ahead and get me there. I don't see nothing. You get it?
Sure. I saw all the air's blowing back at me.
Okay. No big leaks.
No, it'll be better than what it was.
I'll try that off and put a little primer on it, throw it back in. Let the water out of the sink.
You can see all the little pinholes in it now.
That's just the stuff that floated to the top. No need to worry.
That's alright.
Alright, we'll get that stuck back in there and see if we got Niagara Falls again. We got one gray line down there now.
Sure, hold on.
See no leaks. Yeah, it's just water pouring out. That's good. Let's get the boom lock under.
Is there actually a boom lock?
Here you go. I've only got one hand. Which side do you want on?
Thought you can use one hand to work on dozer.
Okay, just walk under it.
I don't care. It's fine.
You got to pull that pin and slide it right over the cylinder. There you go. Got it upside down.
Doesn't matter. It'll work.
No, it won't. It'll fall out. Spin it over. Now we can set the arms down a little bit. You can let that lock in place. Go down with the lever.
I already know which lever it is.
That one there. Push it straight down. It's a little stiff. Okay.
It's kind of stuck.
All right, that'll hold her in place right there. Maybe we should go down all until it locks in case we take some lines loose. Come on down a little more. There you go. Okay. All right, we'll take all the pressure off of it. Get a game plan here. One tree spade removed. Beautiful. Order coming from. Big 3-cylinder, come on.
Big old one, Jackson.
Oh yeah. All right, looking this thing over. This tractor's 40 years old at least. These lines look to be original. We're probably gonna paint this thing and make it look nice. It's only a 900-hour tractor. I know it's old, but really need to replace these rubber lines. They may last for a good while, or the bad thing is you paint this thing up, then they blow on a new owner or something, and it's just not a good situation. These up here has been in the sun. They're definitely cracked up. You don't want those blowing, squirting yourself in the face. So I think we're gonna do the right thing and replace some hoses. And John Deere didn't make these things easy to work on back in the day. There's two of them up there, two go in the back of this lift cylinder. I think since we got that blocked, we can pull this pin out, start the tractor up, and actually push down on the lever. It should suck this cylinder back up where we can get to those rubber lines back here. We still got the boom lock under there, but whichever cylinder will move the easiest, since this one will be disconnected, it should suck up. So we're gonna try that, and I'm gonna probably need to go order a bunch of fittings. These are all just 1/2-inch pipe thread, simple, old school stuff on that. Make sure we got enough fittings before we start in this thing. We got all the filters and all that stuff too. Serial number 6323T.
What?
Are you getting the whole thing?
No, I don't get the whole thing. 37.
All right, I went and ordered. I don't have like 8 fittings. It actually takes 20 fittings for this whole thing. So we're gonna wait till we get all the fittings before we dive into the hydraulic part. So I guess we'll go ahead and service this thing.
John Deere?
Yeah, these older tractors aren't fun to work on. John Deere didn't start making tractors till 1988, in my opinion. These are, I mean, they're good old machines. They're just not easy to work on, but that's how everything was back then.
You got a new one, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay if
Let's
I just
pick it up. It'll come out.
Yeah, but it's bending
There you
like
go.
a fence.
That's a framulator. What year's that from? 1910? No. Sometimes they put the date on them. Don't worry, we got a new made in USA. There's a new washer.
You already put the filter in?
Okay.
Yep, just Yep, just
Okay. It's just like that. They made it where you can get to it and just service it while you're running it.
What is it, 995 hours?
995 hours. I got to be careful I don't run it over 5 hours. Once it's 1,000 hours, the value goes down.
Yeah. 417?
4/7/18. Now you're dating my videos. People's gonna be screaming at me because they're watching this in June.
Well, hey, that's okay. It's April 18th for everyone knowing.
Sorry.
Wanting to know.
That's just how it works on YouTube. But you know what, Tucker? You can go on Patreon and watch this video tomorrow, April the 19th probably. With no commercials. YouTube is a monster and I have to keep it fed evenly, if that makes sense. So, like, we didn't shoot any videos last week, too much. So that way, you guys are still getting videos while we're out. We were gone in Oregon and flying around. Hopefully that makes sense. So sometimes I won't film for maybe 2 weeks, and sometimes we'll put a video out every day. That's just how it goes. So,
I think this mirror's still good.
yeah, it's off your 1984 Honda moped.
probably is off of something like that.
I'll get you a.
I'm surprised how electrical tape's still holding
That's
up.
good stuff. That's back when they made good electrical tape. I'll get you a oil filter and fuel filter. All right, here we got a fuel filter out already. How's the fuel smell?
Old.
You're supposed to taste it like, oh yeah, that's old. Vice Grip Garage. It tastes like 1990s vintage to me. I love these fuel filters. Glass bowl. You got a little, we'll crack that valve loose there, and then we'll pump it up with a little fuel pump here until that fills up, bleeds it out.
How to
see
do
if
that
you got fuel in
when
there.
it's like negative temperatures outside and stuff.
You need a 9/16 wrench. Apparently I've got it out with all our other tools. Where did that go? These little projects turn into a freaking mess in a hurry. Got her. That's just a little aluminum screw. You gotta be careful with that.
It's not happy.
The O-ring's probably going down the threads with it. Little ticklers right there. And we got fuel pumping in the bottom. On-road diesel too.
Not the good stuff.
And here you go, you're getting there. A little bit more, get the rest of the air out.
More.
There you go. Perfect. That's all there is to bleeding the fuel filter out.
Oh, this is gonna trick me.
Because it's upside down?
Yeah, because usually go left, you put it on the left side when it's upside down, but it's backwards.
Looks like the guys at the Chicago garage like fraying filters.
Do you not have a pan?
No, it won't leak out much.
Can't wait.
It's got a built-in pan underneath we're going to take off.
Yeah, as
You don't need to worry about that. You need a little dab of oil on this. We won't tell nobody that we used old oil on the... That's a good one. It's made in the USA. Honeywell. Oh, imported by Honeywell from Ontario, Canada. That's interesting. Oh, now you're gonna get haters.
you just get it snug.
Screw the next guy.
No.
You got to use it properly. Okay. Yeah.
Gotta get her on there good.
It makes for comments.
Gotta get good seal.
While we're changing filters, how about we change this hydraulic out here too? Well, we know it's got all new hydraulic oil in it.
Well, at this point, your camera's in the way.
Look at you flexing. Oh, about broke me. Oh, what'd that light do to you, bud?
Got my way. Oh, can't wait to create a mess. Oh, look at that.
Did you take the pressure off the tank?
No, that was your job.
Okay. The older ones, you had to take out a plate and change a canister out. You're lucky you got this late model from the 1980s. It's a Man and Hummel filter. Next, we're going to take the belly pan off. You gonna enjoy that? It's a great big long piece, and then we'll pull the transmission filter out, drain all it. Alright, Mr. Tucker is taking off the belly pan bolts. It's like one big long thing. I've actually been ordering a couple parts. The winch control cable's frozen on this one. We got a winch filter under there. I believe to change this cable, I think we have to take the fuel tank out. That's probably going to be later on down the road, so he'll get that off, and we'll get the transmission filter is hiding right in there. We'll probably put those back in once we drop it down. You got a couple bolts there in the back. There should be like 2, I think. What you see under the Mini-Me? Hitch bolt's gonna get you?
I'm gonna take the shank out.
Okay, prison shank.
Can't really see them. They're like
Inch and an eighth.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Why is everything so inconvenient?
Well,
Get to?
it won't fit over the pit because it's too narrow.
Okay.
You out of the way?
I think that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna come down. That's it.
Back it up and drive over it.
One belly pan. We're gonna put those bolts back in.
No.
That'd be smart.
Oh, straight. So.
Is it too wide?
No, I think it might be. But someone's gotta get under there, aka me, and drain the oil off.
How about we do the transmission first? I think we can get to it from the side right here. And we'll kind of back our way up. Alright, we're gonna go right in the side right here. I believe that's a transmission filter. I think it's gonna drain everything out. So these things actually have what they call a reverser sitting behind the engine. That's that lever up there. It moves it in forward and reverse.
Which one?
And then the one over there. So this is your regular transmission. It sits from here back. So you got like 4 gears in it. So you can lock that, say, in first gear, and then you don't have to use the clutch. You just use that reverser. It's basically your clutch. It's hydraulic reverser. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Let's see if we can get this off. I need a brass hammer. Can I tap that?
That doesn't have a drain out, does it? Like,
Yeah.
that'd be open.
So what happens, rainwater gets in the floorboard and kind of goes down in there. It's probably never been out in its life.
Got a new one or not?
Yeah, over there in the Napa things. We'll probably let that sit and drain over lunch too.
Yeah. Nope.
So this is, I guess, the reverser filter. What brand is that? John Deere?
These don't look
I wonder if it's ever been
terrible.
out. You got a paper towel right there? Wipe that off. It's wiping away the John Deere. I bet it's original filter. What do you want to bet?
It probably is. It doesn't look terrible for what it is.
No. There wasn't no paint wasn't broke off the bolts. I bet they've never changed that. That's an old logo.
Hours are you supposed to change that at?
Well, it's 40 years old.
I know, but I'm just saying if there's a new machine.
Like every 500 hours or something, so.
No.
Alright. Let's make sure we got the right filters over there. Be careful with that gasket.
Up to it?
Yeah, we'll have to reuse that.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is original from the 1980s. That's a paper filter. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't really see stuff that old anymore. Is the new Napa one got the same length?
Let it drip everywhere.
Well, I was just trying to show our people. It's out in the same length and stuff. It's a little more modern with the metal can on it. Alright, we're going to let that reverser filter, reverser housing drain out during lunch. We still got the transmission to do, winch to service. I had to order that cable, and that's going to be on down in the next video, I guess. So, what do you think? Ordered fittings for that. I should be bringing those. We got to grease all these rollers and the idlers and stuff too, and that takes a special little grease gun.
Oh, does it? Does
Yeah.
it take a manual one that has a...
Well, I brought the one over from the shop. Did you see it?
Oh, I threw it away.
What do you mean you threw it away? What the?
I thought it fell out the dozer.
I dug that out from the old shop.
I thought it fell out the dozer.
Can't believe you threw my grease gun away. The last time I used this was 15 years ago.
It came out the dozer and you didn't. It was just
This right
junk.
here. Bring it over here and we'll show the people how it works. Does it still got grease in it?
No. If it does, it's probably no good.
So all these rollers have this. Oh, those are all crusty and old. Have this old school.
Laying in the middle of the trailer.
Yeah, because I brought it from the old shop. I didn't want to put it in my semi.
Oh, it's still got grease in it.
Okay. So that slides on there. These rollers don't have oil in them. They all have grease. You're supposed to grease them. Idler and everything. This is old school stuff.
Nasty stuff, though.
See if that'll slide on there.
Oh.
It looks like it's turned wrong. Maybe getting put on a Milwaukee grease gun here shortly.
Yeah, it will be.
Anyway,
Have to get loosened.
that slides over this right here and greases your rollers and stuff. So it's kind of old school 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s stuff. That's all going to be in the next video once Tucker learns not to throw away my good tools.
Okay, I thought it fell out of the dozer because usually that kind of grease gun's just junk to use.
So I went to the old shop and I knew I'd had one of those there, and Grandpa had probably 10 of those old style grease guns stacked up, and I just started throwing them away till I found that one.
Exactly, you just start throwing them away.
Well, not that one. That's got the good end.
I didn't know that.
Everybody uses battery powered stuff now. It's hard to go back. Anyway, guys, you're learning all kinds of valuable stuff on this, right?
Sure.
That you're probably never going to use again.
No.
This is old school. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Hopefully the next video coming out, we'll be back on these things. Finish the service, replacing all those hoses. That's going to be a pain in the butt. And I've got something planned for the bucket up there, so stay tuned. We're going to do a little modification and welding on that. So, are you excited? You know what kind of concerned me on the other one where they welded the number on? They welded on the cast on that one. Probably wasn't the smartest move ever, was it?
No.
No. But yeah. If you guys like this video, do me a humongous favor. Go down below, hit that thumbs up button. Get any comments, drop them down below. It just helps us out tremendously so we can keep doing what we're doing. If you don't want to miss out on what's coming up next, make sure you're subscribed too. So, and you can always go down below in the description. Head on over, get you some merch, hats, shirts, all that good stuff. So, anything else, Tucker? Final thoughts before we go to lunch? Stay in school. Be cool. You've learned all kinds. You did some brazing. Learned about fittings and grease guns you shouldn't throw away.
I didn't learn brazing.
Yeah, it's kind of an old school thing too. So I learned a lot of brazing. I didn't even have a little wire feeder when I was younger.
I honestly like it. It's just you have to have It's set up right.
Grandpa had me welding on body panels with a torch and brazing. You'd have to weld a little bit and take a wet rag and cool it, and
Yeah.
it took forever. All right, guys, we will see you next time.